Okay, so this is just a trades workbench. I think I've got this for like 50 bucks. And I extended it, I put some rollers on it so it rolls around. This is just a piece of plywood. I have a perimeter that's raised a ½ an inch all the way around it. So when you put the transmission on it, it bows and all the fluid goes in the hole right there. And to make sure it just doesn't travel up underneath, you just get a cheap funnel, stick it in there, call the complaint department. There you go. Now I got a funnel, so it just drains in the bottom. There's your bucket. So here we go. You see I got the cheap gloves on this time. I think there's like $5 a box. Anyways, no need for the white glove. I'm not putting it together. Tearing it down. This is a 4L60E, and I'm robbing this of parts to put in a 350 turbo hydromatic. So yeah, let's start with this. One thing to note: these universal 4L60 cases to these bolt-on bells. In a scenario where you do strip one, heat the case up. Aluminum expands twice as much as steel. This is cheap insurance, so you don't do one of these. Which these are pretty easy to get out, it just takes an extra step. Okay. Shops just ain't going to give you information. I'm not here to make money. This is a free job here. This is a friend of mine's. He's building the 350 transmission is for that. He would like to put the 4L60 in, but doesn't feel like forking up the money for the standalone to make it work. But maybe in the future he can see adding an overdrive to this transmission and now having possibly 5-6 gears. Oh, not this transmission, the turbo hydromatic. The turbo hydromatic 350. If you add an overdrive to a 3-speed, you essentially have 6 speeds. So let's just get that out of the way. The little seal here, or the retaining ring for the seal. They started doing this on the 700s. I do this stuff on the side. I just kind of learn it as I go. So, I mean, what else can you do? I mean, you just jump into it and you just start doing stuff, and you just learn. And this is more just taking apart video, not necessarily rebuilding one, because like I said, I'm just looking for parts in this transmission. I'll probably end up building this later. I'm not going to pull on that too much. There may be something there. Ooh. Oh, that's bad. Oh, yeah. Let's forget about it. Wow. I can shut the video off for a second, just so I can once it's all out. Just so you can see me screw with one bolt for 5 minutes. Transmission mount, if these wear out, they will slap up against the transmission tail shaft, possibly breaking it, wearing it out. That's good stuff right there. All kinds of brass. Transmission a little hot. Yep. I'm gonna tear this out. I don't need it. I think I'll use this. Get a cover out. Should put a little on the springs in here. Not too bad on it. Catching balls everywhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ain't worried about it. Oh, that one's stuck in there. Yeah. This transmission originally came out of an S10, and it's got 320,000 miles on it. Yeah, 320. That's what he said. Look at how worn out that is. These are very important, guys. Don't get rid of them. When putting this back together, you need these. I ain't gonna worry about this, because I gotta get further into the transmission for the parts that I need. So I ain't gonna worry about it. Just wanted to see what that first pack looked like. It was kind of slip shifting a little, and then it would grab, so all these bushings need replaced. It's all worn out. It's all worn out. Alright, so I tore this 4L60 down because I want to use the sprag out of it for a turbo hydromatic 350. And just so you know the difference between the 4L60 and the 350 sprag, here's the 350. Okay. It's 4L60, 350. Okay. Just saying. $4L60, $350. See where the 350 was beaten into the case? I'll show you how to fix that later. 350 sprag, 4L60 sprag, or overrun clutch, whatever you wanna call it. Okay. Here's the 4L60, 350. It's a little, see how the rollers are hanging off? It's a little wider. Let me just make sure I got this the right orientation. There you go. There you go. Now you have a wider sprag in your 350. Now, for the case, these things got that rattle clip that goes in here. This, okay. Now, since I'll never use this, okay, these should be just thrown away anyways. What I'll do is I'll cut that out, okay, cut that out, and I'll drill through this, and I'll use this. This will go in the case, okay? This will go in, snap ring will go on, and that'll sandwich in the case. Tell you what I'm talking about. There's the 350. So when you cut this off right here, okay, this, all right, so you get your snap ring in. You put your snap ring in. All right, here. Let me put the snap ring in. There it is. So once the snap ring is in, it's going to hold that, okay? It's going to hold that unit to the case. Now, then what you do is you cut this, okay? Cut this out. You drill your holes. You tap that, okay? Tap that for the holes that you're drilling, and this will now bolt to that, and this will grab the other splines. Okay, just pretend that this is cut and this is in there. Now you'll have let me get this orientation right here. There we go. This will be in here like this. Snap ring will be holding it in, and that other one will be hovering above it. Now it's got all new splines to work with. Alright? And the one that's hovering above it is bolted to the one that's snap ringed into the case. Okay? That's how you cheat a 350 after it spins in the case. Not everyone is going to show you that. That's going to be a fun little toy. All right, y'all. Till next time. Hope that helps. I'll see you. This steel has to lock into the drum. Okay? This can't turn. It's not supposed to turn. But if you cut it too much, it'll go past where it'll just free spin. So I need it just at the very bottom. If you stay at 120 or less than 120, we should be good. I just need this outer lip ground down, flat. This goes in there like that. The steel goes on top and it locks in. In order to get 5 in here, that outer lip needs to be ground down, but not too far, or this will go too far in and not lock in.